Our next speaker is Reverend Barbara Pronto.
Good evening. From where I live and where I breathe, I see a lot and plenty of hate speech coming from certain religious sectors in this country. Start over. As I'm getting ready for work on Sunday morning, I heard on the BBC, mind you, that 20 people were murdered at a nightclub in downtown Orlando, FLA. I'm thinking, I wondered, but I had to go off to work. And sure enough, by the time I got home from work, most of the grisly details had unfolded. The place was called The Pulse. A sanctuary, mind you. Now, for the gay and transgender community, we know what a neighborhood bar can be. It can be a sanctuary as much as a religious a church or a mosque or a synagogue can be. Okay, stay in the script. A sanctuary for the LGBT community. It was Latinx night. And what were they doing there that night? Those 49 people and the rest of the people that were there. What would we be doing? We would be talking and laughing and joking and flirting and drinking and eating and dancing and moaning about the day and planning about a better day tomorrow. They were being normal human beings. They were celebrating being LGBTQ and Latino at the same time. And by the time the night was over, 49 were shot dead by an American citizen in the middle of Pride Month. On Monday, I posted a tweet by someone else that had gone viral, and most of you may have seen it. It says, straight people worry about sharing a bathroom. Queer people worry about being shot. A very dear friend of mine got upset, saying it was unfair and that it didn't describe her. Well, she's absolutely correct. It did not describe her. The broad brushstroke didn't touch her, nor was it about her. But I'm the one grieving. Me, up here in Reading, Pennsylvania. This massacre comes on the heels of the bathroom issue in North Carolina. And the whole Target issue. Can I go to the bathroom in Target, for crying out loud? And I didn't, and you know what? I didn't sign up for this. I am not the poster girl for someone else's ignorance. I didn't sign up to be the target on the lethal end of an AK-47. And yet here we are, because we're not going anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. But here we are, and I'm grieving as you are grieving. I am feeling the stages of grief. At first I was numb. I don't know what I was feeling. I was numb. And then fear started to set in. I admit that. I'm still feeling that one. Can I go to the bathroom without someone barging in without an AK-47? For crying out loud, I'm the one that needs the protection. What is it that the numbskulls in Harrisburg don't understand? Judy Schwenk is not one of the numbskulls. She's the one that gets it. But then, what is their problem? Fear leads to anger. And you know what? That's another stage in the grief process. And you know what anger does? A good, healthy dose of anger is like a bag of chocolates and a pot of coffee before 9 o'clock in the morning. It clears out the cobwebs in whatever room of complacency you might think that you are in. And we find ourselves, and it motivates us to seek justice. Ultimately, the responsibility of this tragic massacre lies with Omar Mateen. But you gotta wonder what streams of information fueled this disturbed individual. From where I live and where I breathe, it is easy to see that there is plenty of hate speech coming from the religious sector. They are spitting out their ignorant hatred, and the media reports it. Not too long ago, there was a pastor who said, shoot all the transgender people. And yet, I have yet to see my pastor, Steve Onsman, on the internet when he speaks of love and equality and justice and affirmation and openness and respect and God's embrace of the LGBT community. I would love to see that. And I had somebody else send me a message that unless the Methodists tear up their book of discipline, please do not send your thoughts and prayers, otherwise it's hypocrisy. There are plenty of accomplices in this tragedy that happened in Orlando, FLA. There is the right-wing fundamental religion, the right-wing conservative politicians, the NRA, and the media. Did I miss anyone? Yes, I'm angry, and I will not compromise, and I will not bargain another stage in the grief process. I will write my letters and make my phone calls to my legislators. And that's what we need to do. You know what they're hearing in Harrisburg? They're hearing fear and hatred against us. Each one of us needs to write a letter every single day until the Non-Discrimination Fairness Act is passed. Write that letter. You want to do something, you want justice to flow down like ever-flowing stream, then you got to do something about that and write that letter and send it to Judy Schwenk and whoever your state senator and your House of Representative is. So send those letters. Let them know how you feel. Put your anger into action. There is a non-discrimination bill. We have a governor that wants to sign it. Let's send him one. I love this place. I love this life. I love the colors of the season. Have you noticed this tree over here, the way the limbs are? It's absolutely fantastic. It is gorgeous. It is a work of art by our Creator, as are each of us, as are each of the 49 brave and heroic people of Orlando. We will grieve and we will cry for them, for their family, for their mothers, their brothers, their fathers and their sisters, for ourselves. We will heal, but we cannot and we will not forget, nor will we remain silent anymore. I would hope this event motivates us to a righteous indignation rage against the hate machine, so that we may live in peace and joy and harmony and love. So I got to tell you, I didn't sign up for this, but I've never been more proud than I am right now to know you and be part of this wonderful and beautiful LGBTQ community that I am right now. I love you, God loves you and embraces you. Peace, shalom, namaste, and salam.